Let's go to our next caller from the 214 area code. Caller from 214. Who's this? Where are you calling from? What's on your mind?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Who's this?
My name's Kyle. I'm calling from Tuscaloosa, Alabama,
Great.
but I'm originally from Dallas, Texas.
Oh, all right. Well, that's okay.
So my question is about the recent bombs discovered at the addresses of prominent Democratic political influencers, I guess, including Mr. Soros, and the media response to this. And my question is, why is the media calling these things suspicious packages or bomb scares instead of assassination attempts and right-wing terrorism?
Well, there are a few answers to that question. Number one, a lot of the early reporting errs on the side of caution. So sometimes you have something that might literally at that point not have been confirmed to be an actual bomb, right? So number one, if they're not sure that it's an actual bomb, then maybe they would err on the side of caution. This isn't a defense, by the way, Kyle. I'm just sort of telling you where I see it. Right-wing terror, they're not going to call it, and we all know why. Because immediately they would be targeted by the right for being biased liberal media and all of those other further ad hominems that are used. And the truth is that corporate media is very afraid of being branded in that way because it's not good for them. That's the reality. There is a right-wing machine that has been calling basically everything but Fox News and right-wing radio liberal media for more than a decade at this point, and it has an impact. And I know from speaking to people in corporate media that they go out of their way to avoid coverage that makes it easier for them to be branded in that way. So the idea of saying right-wing terror, I mean, it's just they're not going to do it.
And I find it kind of ironic because you hear these people talking about, like, they like Trump because he's not politically correct and because he tells it like it is. But then when you start calling them out and using what it is, they get defensive and retreat to their safe spaces online.
They do. And then the other one also is that they say it's a false flag, right? That's the other kind of one that they will resort to, which is when it becomes completely undeniable and you do start getting honest reporting from media saying, these were people motivated by right-wing ideas. These were people motivated by antipathy towards left-wing ideas or left-wing people. Then you start to sow seeds of doubt by saying, isn't it too perfect that it was all liberals who got the suspicious packages or bombs or whatever they were? It clearly was staged to create a pretext to criticize the right. So this is where I get back to, Kyle. We have to just forget about what they think because they're not honest actors. They're not good faith participants in figuring out the future of our country and of humanity. And we need to get around them and try to do what we can to improve circumstances without their participation, because they'll either say that it's liberally biased or it's fake or you're not hearing the other side of the story or whatever. They're not going to be part of the solution, no matter what that solution is.
Well, thank you for having my call.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you so much for calling. Yeah, that's if you're waiting around for corporate media to say right-wing terror explodes under Trump, you'll have some guests say it sometimes. You will have people who come on and say, listen, the overwhelming majority of the violence is from the right. But as far as a corporate media headline saying that's our position, you're not really going to see that.
Not in line with the neutrality bias that they have.
It is
over
not,
the corporate
certainly
media.
not.